I hope everybody is well and in the best of health, of course. I'm here to do an interview with the artist Renegade. Um, he used to be in the group RDX. If you remember who name from, can't help me. Hey, that's like your body. There y'all. Good night, guys. You have gotta notice and realize who this voice belongs to. Renegade from RDX. Good night. I could add you for a millisecond, but not too long. Because never wait for the artist to come on the line. So you can
Yeah man, boss lady, what going?
Yes, in the building. What's good? What going?
Yeah, just want the fans in here, a little sneak peek of what going on, you know?
Cool, man. Drop it.
Oh, you tell me if you hear it. You hear it?
Yo, Dre. I'm eating some.
Me produce it.
You must set the update, hey. Brother, get your fuck straight. You know, see the liquor style, them outdate. 100 team, upgrade. Shit. Lord Jesus. You must have disgrace, hey. And you them underrate. Stuck in my waist like in a one cave. Them a face hiding on the bad down the way.
Oh, it's on.
Sound good. I like it. You need to drop that in the DMs or in the WhatsApp, sir.
Later, yeah. I link you.
Yeah, man. Hang up for a minute. You don't know. Blessings. Let me jump over back to the RNS Renegade, of course.
Got a real G like coaching. T-shirt or straight jeans. Sneakers white, Colgate teeth. Clean with my shower like guilty. Step with the power like guilty. Them I wonder how we do it. How we act like the sun and still cool like the AC. Hand belt up, muscle plenty. Creed, Invictus, everything is spray sweet. We don't know about them, we are the man. Pull a sauce like we are frying pan. Fresh like say I'm in the flying farm. Front slippers and white sauce.
Good night, everybody. Come and bless up your damn self. You don't know the thing, go. You don't know. Bless up yourself. There. Wait for the artist to come on the live. You know, and they got move around. So just waiting for him to come on the live. Hope he's free up in a minute. Burn, all the way away. Not this fellas are burn. They hear me. Bad. That's the old rhythm. Mad. Yeah. The artists have a couple new songs, but I'm wearing the three that I like. Now I run a couple of the old tunes from RDX. Y'all know the artists from RDX, of course. So yeah, one of those tunes. Galaxy. I was like, whoa, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah. If you're not in the Mafia account, the reverse song, you know, then let me tell you. Remy, bless up yourself. Thanks, Nicole Maxson. Bless up yourself, beautiful. The real DJ Dutch, bless up yourself. And the artists for the live who want a shout out or want an interview, just hit me up in the DMs and we will take it from there, of course. You have to go ahead and follow the page, or you can go on YouTube and also follow the page, of course. On YouTube, you got all the videos, previous videos, and of course on that channel you can always find out the videos from the previous artists, upcoming artists that's already established within the business. So yeah, that's the thing that people. The real DJ Dutch, just drop me a DM and we will take it from there, because right now you don't know, we can't really do the whole entire research and stuff like that. So yeah, I really need to get me my speaker back. Oh, my back is killing me.
Shake up like a quick reminder then, and the recording. Shake up like a cola you watching the pan a winter day. Shake up like umbrella when you use when you're in the room. Shake up and mellow piece, you rock out like a wind up. So like a back up, them is no flatter than a pillar here. Show them you can only on this and them you want in a way. Chop it up and it's all like a till of here. Kid a girl, they all like the money, we have a winner here. Step to a rock, step. Wagwan ticket, wagwan simi, wagwan petit. The booty big a booty fat, start one wicked. Fast panic with the magic. Start killing, start killing, start killing. Let me walk this out. Cause the booty big a booty fat, start one wicked. Fast panic with the magic. Start killing. Look back on it up. Look back and you push back like you push a chally. Put up your you that is you that money. God bless you with more than what you should have carried.
You know what I'm saying? What you don't want to go on nice with a party, is it? Y'all see me laughing, don't worry about it. I got my goody across from me and she's tripping me up, so okay. Woo.
T-shirt or straight jeans. Sneakers white, gold gear teeth. Clean when my shower like guilty. Step with the power like guilty. Them I wonder how we do it. How we act like the sun and stay cool like the AC. Man belt out must have clean Creed, Invictus.
Sorry about that, guys. I was just adding an artist on this device, so we don't get all caught up. But it's time for me to reach in.
Everything is pretty sweet. We don't know about them, we are the man. Pull a fast like we are frying pan. Fresh like say I'm in line with flying farm. From slippers and white suspect. K-neck look like an ice pack. Watch for me and the core from my touch. Step on the ground, play shell like ice axe. Everything around. Everything around. Say you watch for me and don't change like a 90s stand. Everything around. Everything around. Think a line like a scan. Don't change like a 90s stand. Cut off of Levi's. Ray-Ban shades from the wheel lights. Man's got the buzz like a bee's eyes. Solomon Levy, yo, street right. And the plug there, UK. Tell us I need everything in a tree size. Lick a quad back of that knee eye. Hot like the
By the way,
the steam fry.
Renegade have a closing line
Pull a fast like we are frying
that y'all can check out. It's called Renegade. Like, let's be honest. Let me check it out to make sure that's the name of the brand. Before I go run my mouth, and that's not the actual I think the brand is called Renegade. Yeah, it's called Renegade brand. I think it's in a collaboration with the UK. I haven't checked it out myself as yet. I think I'm gonna do it later. I did see some for my research. I did see some clothes that looks very nice, especially the track suits, of course. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and check out its clothing line. It's called Renegade brand. So yeah, that's what it should be there. Okay, call original studio. That's what stuff. I don't know how to put in the work just for the single. I need to try and get in touch with the artist because I am never late and I don't like to be late. And if I am late, I think I'm okay. Let me get in touch with the artist right quick and see what's good. People, sorry for y'all not hearing no music in the background because as you know my speaker is broken, so I have to run the tune them from the phone. Let me call on up on of course. Hi, Renegade, what's good? It's Brenda. I'm calling you on a different number, of course. This is actually my private number, but I'm already live. I don't know how far you are and how far along you are, and are you ready? Yeah, I know. Yes, I know. In and out. It's like literally a couple of questions, and as quick as you answer them, we can be literally in and out. Yeah, because I know you was busy. You told me that from the get-go, so I get it. Oh, cool. No problem. All right, no problem. Let me ask this. Do you mind if I run some of your old tracks from RDX, or you just want me to stick with the new ones? Yeah, I understand. I understand. Most definitely. Yeah, I understand. I get it. All right, cool. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, man. Okay, no problem. All right, see you in a bit. All right, bye. Sorry about that, guys. The artist is actually I think he's moving. So he's gonna be on the live in about anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. So we're gonna jump over and play some of his semi hits from back in the days, of course. Some of my favorite. And then we're gonna jump back to the new ones. Got this other thing there. And yeah, this is where his journey began. And yeah, you gotta pay homage from where it started. Yes, it. So yeah, peeps. I gotta let me see. Good night, Sophia. 19654. Bless up yourself. Good night, guys. Good night, everybody. I hope everybody's well and the best of health. Just gonna run some of my favorites from back then, of course. And the artist is on a whole different journey from RDX, of course. But this is where we know him from, so we gotta pay homage to the old school, of course. And he got a whole bunch of new stuff that he's putting out, and you know his voice is very recognizable. You can't miss it. So yeah, that's the thing there. Color and dress up yourself. And Brahmi _HL, dress up yourself.
Slow down, sit down, so go low down. Y'all catch your body on the floor, bro. If you feel about your boat, awesome. All you can wine could be on the curtain, the wine in the certain. Catch up the earth, it's a twerk, it's a twerk. Some get on the walk in the pop like a bird. Wine, 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 wine. Wine, 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 wine. Put it back, catch it, give me that time. Love that somebody put you on a wine. Wine, 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 wine. Wine, 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 wine. Put it back, catch, give me, catch, give me, catch, give me, catch.
Yeah, y'all. Again, for those that just come on live, the artist is running a little bit late, but it's actually because he's moving about. He's not at one place right now. So he's gonna be on about 5 minutes, between 5 to 10 minutes. So y'all just bear with me, of course, and then I'm just gonna run some tune from pay some homage from RDX, and then we're gonna jump back to his recent songs that he's busy with, of course. That's the artist Renegade, ex-member from RDX. Hey. Het is echt grappig. Ik vertel je straks wat je zei. Ik zei van... mag ik het niet draaien? Ik heb dat door. Hij zegt... speel me wat jij lekker vindt, maar dat ben ik eigenlijk niet meer weten. Het is een heel goed doen, maar ja. Wat gaan we doen? We hebben allemaal aan het was. Zeg wat je wel eens alles super bij elkaar. Maar dat heeft hem toch gemaakt. Sorry, het was een vriendelijk gemaakt. Ik was een paar maanden geleden ook een interview gedaan. Ik kan nog eigenlijk niet zo en ik had hem ook gevraagd van mag die al poppers dragen? Eigenlijk niet, maar nu waar ik het meeste bekend ben mag ik draaien. I know happy days when you check the pussy girl. You tell me pussy. Huh? You tell the pussy girl, yeah. So from the conversation from the conversation, yeah. Jamin. Okay, na happen Shadini. Shadini happy to April Fields. This is just a fact of. Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's commercial, guys, because you know I'm playing the song straight over YouTube. Of course, I didn't have these ones in my phone because I wasn't focused on RDX. Let's be honest, I was more focused on the artist, Renegade. So these songs I just went back on YouTube and jumping at the icon, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, archives. This is really my favorite song, boy. This is really my shit. All right, this song that I'm about to play was this song. If you wasn't dancing or in a dance group back then, you're not saying nothing. Hey, oh man, touch on you to beat the song. Mad. Everybody dance, come on, dance. Hey, the sounds on the couch. Let me see if I put in what's on here. Hey. What? Remember, when these songs came out, was I in college back then? Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, this was the ish. Hey, they never know them dance style. You're not for nothing. Good night, Unbreakable, Humble 31. Blessed yourself. For who just joined the live, the artist is running a little bit late. So I'm just paying a bit of homage to RDX, where we all know him from. And improved Renegade, have his own style, own flow right now, and doing his own thing. So I'm just going to jump back over to that. And I'm just, yeah, you know where we know him from, let's be honest. But that's where we know him from. And these were some of my favorites from back then, of course. I'm trying to, my ass was juggling work and school and everything. Hey, you, go away, go away. We don't like you. Listen, Coco. I need to know. Hello. My friend is trying to get me drunk. It's like a big yeah, Tonisha, bless up yourself. Tonisha living your best life, just traveling for the last week and a half. This child is going from Italy to Paris to Spain, like she's all over the globe. Bless up yourself, sweetheart. Good night, Sasha Love, the love of my life, my firstborn. Bless up yourself. I salute you, sweetheart. Don't worry about the commercial that you're hearing in the background because I'm on YouTube, of course, because like I said, I don't have all these songs in my phone, so I'm just running them from off of YouTube till I literally go back and play the original song from the artist, of course. But then I cannot, that's why you're not saying nothing. Remember me tell you. 100 stab. Corona just came and mess our life up. We can't even party like we want to. Yo. And that is so wrong. What a story going on, man. I saw the thing go. We just pay a little homage to the where we all know where they get from. And yeah. That's the thing there. And the artist is on the live, so we go jump off of that and play the artist big bad tune, the new ones there. Renegade, bless up yourself. Guys, the artist is on the live, so we're just going to run some this tune. This is my favorite one. Yeah, but you like me, I want tiki shot. Alright, we're just going to add the artist to the live right now because he's on the live anyway, so might as well go ahead and do the whole invite. Step to our rock, wagwan ticket, wagwan simish, wagwan pretty, the booty big booty, start one wicked, fast pan with the make start drilling, start drilling, let it walk, so good, the booty big booty, start one wicked, fast pan with the make start drilling. Guys, the artist is already on the live. I'm about to add him. What's going on? What is that? I'm sorry, I'm ready to get. Could you send me a request to join the live? Because I'm trying to send you one, but it's not going through. I don't know what's happening. But if you could just send me a request to join the live, because I'm trying to add you, but it's not going through.
T-shirt and straight jeans, sneakers white, Colgate teeth. Clean when my shower like KT. Step with the power like KT.
Why can't I send a request? What's going on?
Still cool like the AC. Man belt up, must be plenty. Creed, Invictus, everything is pretty sweet. We don't know about them, we are the
Renegade, I don't know if you can hear me or if you're still on the live, but if you can, could you send me a request to join the live, please? Because I'm trying to send you one, but it's not going through. I don't know what's going on, but I think it would be great if you could send me one yourself.
everything I got. Say you watch me.
Why can't I
Won't change like a 90s stand.
send the artist a request? What's going on?
Everything I got. Take a line, make a scan. Won't change like a 90s stand. Cut off the blade. Ray-Ban shades from the wheel dice. Man's got the buzz like a bee's eyes. Solomon Levy, I'm a street vibe. And the club they are UK. Tell us I need
Play the artist with the live, please.
Pick up one bucket that knee.
Renegade music.
When it pepper on the steam fry.
Oh yeah, I see the request coming in.
When they know about
Got
them,
it.
we are the man. Full of sauce like
Got it, got it.
Catch like say I'm Paris the blind from. Grand Pop White Arena. Man a national like the arena. Name Rock Latin.
Yes, so Renegade in the building, people. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Mom?
Can you,
How going
can
with
you hear me?
Yeah, I'm very loud and clear now.
Perfect. So how are you doing? For those that wasn't on the live before, the artist is kind of moving about, so we just going in and out of the interview, as you guys know, because the artist is busy, and we just want to get it real quick and in and out, because the artist have a couple new songs we want, and there were people in Europe to know what's going on with the artist, of course. So Renegade, if you don't mind, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, especially my viewers, because so they know who you are and what's going on, and then we'll take it from there.
All right, well, my name is Renegade. I am a member of RDX, dancehall reggae duo from Kingston, Jamaica, Waterhouse community to be exact. Started out in music from a teenager doing beats, primarily before I transitioned into becoming an artist, producer, and songwriter. Started out with songs with beats such as Chrome Rhythm, which had Jiggy and Capleton on it with In Our Heart from them time, the classic rhythm like that. Coming straight up to RDX music, Shake Your Bam Bam, LOL, Broad Out, Jump, Set Good, a plethora of RDX music. Did productions as well with Spice, Bounty Killer, Beenie Man. Transitioned now into being a solo act. We still perform as RDX when required, but we're now doing our solo projects. So that's our focus from 2020 moving on. Since I've been a solo artist, I've had releases such as Black Party, Brand, Brave, and some other popular songs like Gallery and Wire. My brand single, the video came out this summer. Did pretty well. It's doing pretty well actually. And the single is now 45 on the UK top 50.
Nice.
I hope that was a good enough introduction for you.
I think it was. I think it was a perfect introduction, and who didn't catch it? Oh well. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the question part of this segment, because we know, like I said, I explained before that you're kind of busy and moving about. So
yeah, I'm actually going to an event right now. I'm going to a performance right now, so I'm just.
There you go. So yeah, well, I'll just wrap it up real quick. So my first question to you is, what makes you want to be an artist, and who inspires you, and where did it all come from? That you
Well,
want to,
wanting to be an
yeah,
artist is a very interesting question. It's a very good question. Um, Wanting to be an artist is started out from a kid. Uh, I didn't want to be an artist originally. You know, I want to do other stuff. As a youth that grew up in the, you know, in the inner city, in the grimy part of the communities, you know, you learn a lot of stuff. You have bad influences, you have good influences, and I fell prey at that time, made a lot of mistakes, learned from those mistakes, and music basically found me and was my channel out of that kind of lifestyle and that kind of upbringing where, you know, we have to do certain things in order to maintain certain levels of respect, you know, where you're from. So you have to be tough in the streets, you know, in a realist way. But when music discovered me, you know, and decided that it wanted to make me one of its practitioners, then I had to just yield and do it, because I realized that I had a knack for doing music. I used to write poetry before when I was going to school and things. So, you know, when I left school and started to do music right after, you know, I found that I had a knack for just making beats. I had a knack for what sounded good, and you know, once I started to make beats and my first beat blew up, then it was just a whirlwind of attention
yeah,
and all of that, and that comes with the territory, and you know, as a young kid at the time when I just blew up as a beat maker, you know, I was in my teens when I did Inner Art Rhythm. So, you know, when I blew up, it was something that I had to, you know, I wasn't prepared for that. But I had to, you know, tough up and deal with it and learned along the
yes,
way, and all that now, being a beat maker prepared me to be an artist, you know. So when I became an artist, that chemical that runs out in your brain when something happens for you and something, when you're an artist and you blow up, there's a
yeah,
chemical that runs out in your brain.
chemical imbalance,
Yeah, it
yes,
makes you lose everything.
yes,
I was kind of pre-prepared for that, so I had a cushion because I had the stardom from being a beat maker. So when that came, I kind of was more level-headed and I kind of know how to handle it, you know, because I had the experience before. So so I know it's a long answer, but to answer your question, I didn't really discover music. Music discovered me, you know. But I see music as my savior, you know. Music is what
you're right,
took me
yeah.
and turned me into a better man, a better adult, a better person, and essentially became a better musician, you know, overall.
Most definitely. But do you have any musician within your family that like gave you the push and the drive to want to be who you are today, or it all came from you as the only musician within your family?
No, you know, I didn't have like family that pushed me. I have a brother that, you know, he was the one that suggested that I become an artist, you know, because he said that I'm a good a good poetry writer. So he said, take the poems that you have and turn them into songs. And I did just that, you know. But as it relates to everyone else, it was never an easy experience. I'm a person who, in Jamaica, I would be
Yeah.
considered a academic. You know, I had, you know, some nice subjects, and people didn't see my path going into music. They thought that that was the wrong path for me. I was the one that had to fight and be determined, and knew that this was my calling.
Okay, so the family wasn't too ecstatic if you want to be an artist. We don't know Jamaican parents. If them if you say everything, you know, being a musician is like a big no. Of course. So the family wasn't happy with you and wants to be a musician.
No, no. Them never. It was. I didn't get any support from my family until I actually blew up, and then they realized that I wasn't stopping. You know, they had me as I said, an academic. They had me as, yo, a bright boy, and I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. But you know,
Yes,
music
yes.
was where I saw my avenue to actually do something that I really love and enjoy, and actually get paid to do it. So you know, that's where it was.
And that's great because you realize a lot of artists that's well known wasn't supported by their family, and now the family like, okay, cool, you did great. But anyways, we're not going to talk about other artists and who didn't approve of them being an artist. My next question to you would be what would you do if you're on stage and you forget your line or your lyrics? How would you go about fixing that? And do you ever get nervous before you go on stage?
Yeah, every time I perform, I get nervous. It's normal. If you don't get nervous, you're not human. What you do as an
Exactly.
artist is that over time you develop confidence. Some people will call it ego. Some people will call it you know, a power, a
Yeah.
superpower, as it may be, to go on stage and sing a song regardless of who performed just now in front of you. I've had situations where I had to perform after Beanie Man. I had to perform after Ninja Man. I had to perform after Bersa Man in Portugal. I had to perform
Oh Lord.
um, after everybody. Bounty Killer, Caperton. I had to perform
You
after
gotta
Kingston
come
Reggae.
hard, yeah.
All these artists are iconic artists. And
Yeah.
at some stage, I had to perform after them. And if I didn't have that ego that a lot of people complain about artists having, I would shy away from that because these people are iconic, and I am performing after them. Some would say we are iconic in our own right, but I want to be humbled by that. I don't consider that as yet. I'm just now looking at where we're at now and saying that these people are iconic people, and to see that we have to perform after them people and go up on the stage and have to do it. I was nervous as hell, but I overcome that with ego and with drive and confidence. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, I mean, if you have to perform after the Bounty Killer and Barry Simon and those big name, like you have to come hard. You
Right.
can't mess that up.
The artists need their ego. Ego is what makes us do things which a normal person cannot do. Some people will say anything behind closed door and behind the computer, but when they have to go in front of a stage with 40, 50,000 eyeballs and I'm looking at them, then they're it's a different story. You're going up there and people are looking at you, and all eyes are on you at that moment in time. It takes a special degree of confidence to it actually surpass confidence. That's why I use the word ego. It's a heightened confidence that you will acquire to go on stage and do that. And that is why artists are artists and people who are not artists sometimes don't get it, because we need that. We need to tell ourselves that, listen, me no business that who just perform, me I go up and go flatten that place. And you have to be able to tell yourself.
And that's the way you do it. Like, all these artists have their own individual name and their fan, but you also have a name and you also have your fans. So once you go on stage, you can't say, "Boy, I never gonna make sure you do that because I'm a no, Barry Simon, you're you." And again, like being in high school, we grew up on your songs, RDX, of course, and like I was playing some of the songs before, and I was saying like my favorite song is like Everybody Dance from back then.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can take that from me. That's too.
Yeah, that's
So I was paying a little bit of homage to you from the RDX, and I guess the thing there. I mean, you're a solo artist, do your thing, and you're great, and yeah, much of the place right now, and it is what it is. I love that about
that. RDX is the brand. The brand RDX remains a brand. That cannot change.
Exactly.
You feel me? That cannot change. That is ingrained in me as a person. So that will never change. What happens is that there comes a time, every group at some stage, break up. What you don't want to do is wait until your entire people forget about you, and then you want to break up. You want to do it when you have some, you have some name out there. You have a name out there. People know your name. You're up. You don't want to do it when you're down. You want to do it when you're up. So.
Exactly.
It's the time now. Every 10 years or so, music change, music transition, and every decade it happens all the time. From the 90s coming over, in the late 90s, in the late 80s, you had some artists who did not transition over into the 90s. In the 90s, you had Bojo, Beanie Man, Bounty Killer. They blew up in the early 90s, 91, 92, 93.
Yes.
2010. When it reached 90s and reached the 2000s now, same thing happened. You had 2000s, you had Vybz Kartel, you had Assassin, you had Busy Signal, you have some different. 2010, you have some different. Right. 2010, you have some different settlements. So every 10 years or so, music transitions, and you as an artist have to be prepared for that. So if we were going to transition, we'd have to wait until the next 10 years, or we'd have to do it now. We chose to do it now, and and this is a decision that was done mutually, and as I said, we still perform as RDX. We don't record no music as RDX. We just make the people them go and enjoy the classics then, because those are gonna last forever.
Forever.
Yeah, we have to give thanks for that. You're mentioning my second song that I recorded as RDX. That's my second song. I recorded that song in my house.
Do you know right now on TikTok that one song is like taking over TikTok? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's
so
literally taking over TikTok.
classics. And they
Yes, they are.
and it will continue to happen like that. The other day, Snoop Dogg just got up and just decided to more of a post a song, and he posted "Set Good," which is a song that came out to 2020. You know what I mean? So these songs, when you make classic music, when you make music, it's a big music, they last forever. Because even though if the girls don't want to feel a certain way, or they want to feel a certain nostalgia, because me have songs where me is a 90s baby. Me grew up in the 90s. So henceforth, there are certain songs that me love where the songs, you have songs today where I love like them song them, because them song they I was when I a teenager.
Perfect.
You know, me just have that vibe there. So we have to kind of understand those things too. So we're not stuck in the past. We keep on moving. We keep it moving. You cannot stay one place in music. If you stay one place in music, music will leave you. So once music is moving, you move with the music. As a beat maker, it gives me the advantage to be able to make beats that transition. The other day, I made a beat for a 15-year-old kid. What kind of beat am I going to make for a 15-year-old kid? I have to make beats that he himself is dancing to.
But they're the one right now at this time. They're the one that's taking over the place and doing the whole TikTok thing and making the old songs them new again. Because my daughter come the other day talking about, "Mommy, listen to this song." I'm like, "Child, that song was playing when I was in high school. What are you talking about?"
Yeah. So I you know,
but for them to get the TikTok is new.
So you know, I'm always thankful for what we have accomplished as artists. There's no doubt about it. I am RDX, you know what I mean? But what is happening is that when you're not a solo artist and you do something very well, there are some people who will never ever see you as anything else.
True.
Until you do something significant.
There are
others who will immediately embrace you because they see potential in you that you weren't able to express within RDX. So within RDX, we specialize in girl song. I could not sing a song which connects to your soul, which speaks of your story as a woman, without being happy. There's things that you would like to express. You might come here and sit in and have a conversation, and you might say some things to me that I would like to put in song, but I couldn't do that at that time because RDX is about celebration. It's about happiness. It's about lifting people from a dark space that they're going through and putting them in a happy vibe. That when you forward to an RDX concert, or when you put in some RDX song and you start stream some RDX music, it makes you happy. But you have to resonate with people sometimes because music is about how it relates to you. Music is very personal.
True.
Yeah, you know,
RDX is a classical.
I would like
that
go ahead.
Everything that y'all put out from y'all started. From y'all started till then, it's like everything is a classic. It just basically is, and everything actually went #1. Maybe it didn't went #1 in Jamaica, but here in Europe, that shit was tearing up the dime.
You're talking about the classics, but we did over 400, 500 songs.
Yes.
So we're talking about the fact that we did, out of every 4 songs, we have a good connection rate. So out of every 4 songs, we'll find a hit. Other artists out of 20 songs, they'll find a hit. Other artists out of 1 song, they'll find a hit. Out of 3.
Basically, everything y'all put out back to back was a hit.
Yeah, it was a hit because we did. The thing about it is not that we hit enough. It was that we had #1 songs. So when we blew up with Dance, we started out with a #1 song. Our second song, which is Everybody Dance, was a #1 song. Our third song, which is Dancer's Anthem, was a #1 song. Our fourth song, which is Daggerin, was a #1 song. Our fifth song, which is Bend Over, was a #1 song. Our 7th song, which is Skip, was a #1 song. So we had #1s back to back to back. It wasn't just hit music. It was all songs that came out that went right to the top. And when we were at #1, we blew up in a time in which Vybz Kartel and Mavado was at it. So it was a war time. So in order for our artists such as ourselves, we never depend on no side, to go to the #1 spot at that time, it is extremely significant. So that is why RDX remains such
the thing
a potent name.
The thing is, y'all came out in an era where the dance system was out. So everything y'all put out is like the dancers made a song to it and it just blew up. Because y'all Mavada Cartel, Badman tune, Badman tune. But
Right.
y'all came up with a dancing tune that create the whole entire ding dong and ravers and all of them. Everything y'all put out was a dancing tune, and especially here in Europe in the clubs, you know, play one and two RDX, one of the dances them dancing, you wasn't hot.
Yeah.
You wasn't hot at all. So that was good. Y'all came out at a time where the dancing group them was forming throughout Jamaica and Europe and America, of course. And y'all came out with the most hit songs for the dancers. And
Yeah,
we,
yeah,
we,
yeah.
we can't take them from nobody because most of the song them teach people how to dance to the lyrics, understand the lyrics, even if they don't speak a word of English. Just the track that y'all bring out, dances make something to it.
Yeah.
And that makes the RDX who they are. Like every single track that y'all bring up from then till now, back then, of course, it was always a dance track. And then it wasn't the woman that wind up to it, was the male dancers putting out a dance to everything when they put out. And here in Europe, like they in the club, and if you're not dancing on the RDS, you're dancing. It's just the truth. And over here we had Jamrock Sound, that DJ Ja and Wax Team, that was like they played everything y'all put out was just being played in the club like nobody did.
Yeah, I think we
And
performed
all
that
me
to
and my
Jamrock,
friends
one of the
knew
Jamrock
all the
concerts
songs.
them before too.
Yeah, man, that was great. I ain't gonna lie, those were the good old days. Yes,
Right.
those
So
were the
those are
good
the good
old
old
days.
days for you. So what you have to do is the transition that keeps on in music. You know, I will always have certain songs that I have as these songs are, but then it transitions. And as time transition, and
Yes.
artists have to transition as well. People keep on forgetting that
Yeah.
Buju Banton did a dancing song called Bogle.
Hey!
People keep on forgetting that before Buju Banton did Till Shiloh, he did a song called Man For Them. So
Yes,
transition
yes.
is part of music. Don't ever forget that. So people
True,
who want to
true.
stuck an artist in a specific place, they can go ahead and do that. But when that artist
They need to
transitions and
stop
keeps moving
that.
along, it's people forget that a couple years ago, Alkaline was walking around with a black something in here.
Can I tell you, everybody thinking
That
fucking
before
eyeball.
and Vybz Kartel bleached his face, he was black. Just transition in music. So as time progresses,
So,
as an artist, you take time to do small
yes.
things to transition
Yes.
yourself, to move yourself along. So I am all good and well when people want to reminisce on the greats, because as I said, that is part of me. I will never stop doing girl songs ever, because that is something that I love to do. However, as a solo artist, it gave me opportunity to do other stuff that RDX were not able to do. If you are here and you name me a cultural RDX, make it a round of
Yes.
applause. Go ahead.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
No, what did you say before? Because I was reading my...
Give me a cultural RDX song. RDX songs that speak to something other than dancing and fun and enjoyment.
Everything that y'all put out of it.
You don't know any. We did a song.
Oh.
We did a song called Mother's Day. We did a song called
I
Pride.
don't know that one. Let's be honest, I don't.
We did a song called Mother's Day. We did a song called Pride. We did a song called we did a dancing song on a one-drop beat, a reggae beat. We did an album, a reggae album for some guys out of Poland, an EP, 4 tracks. Right? You have never heard of these. All of these are online right now. You can stream them. That's my point that I'm trying to make.
Yes,
Within every
I get
artist,
it.
when you
I get
excel
it.
at something, people keep you in that department, and people like
In
you
that genre,
until
yes,
you
I get
break
it. I
off
get
of
what
that
you're
department.
saying. Yes,
Beyonce was part of a group. People forget that.
Destiny's
Justin
Child.
Timberlake was part of a group. People forget that.
I think
Bob Marley was part of a group. People forget
the
that.
Wailers.
So the point I'm trying to make is that your people just only remember you from your group, but when you transition,
From your
you
group,
discover
yes,
something
yes.
impactful. And
Yes.
that's what I did brand. And I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a secret. RDX don't primarily do dub plates, right? I did a song called Black Party as a solo artist. That's my first solo track that I jumped out with last year. If I were to calculate, I have done more dubs for Black Party than I've ever done for the entirety of RDX's over a decade career. For one song.
Okay. And it's called Black Party.
Black Party.
Yeah, so go look for that later. I mean, never heard that one before, but that's the thing. That's the thing. They place you
There
in a
you
box
go.
in a category, and that's where you stay until you gotta push your way out. It's the truth.
The thing is that,
finally get what you're saying.
yeah,
I get
the
it.
thing is that we did other stuff. But because
Yes.
people want to typecast an artist, they will typecast them until they break out and do something different. So that's it.
I get it. I get it. I get what you're saying. I finally get what you're saying because it makes sense. Because, like you said, everybody, all the other stuff that you did, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know those songs. I didn't know about the Black Party or all the other songs that you made that wasn't a hit factor. It's just the truth.
All right.
So at the end of the day, I appreciate that. So I think I need to do a little bit more due diligence on the individual artist that you are. I mean, I just read up on what's online, what you sent to me, of course, with your bio, and I never knew about this Black Party song, so I'm gonna have to look it up and see what's going on. And of course, the song that you said for
So
Mama
you did
or
know
Mother's
that Brad was
Day,
number 45 on the UK reggae chart?
we didn't know. We
It's on
didn't
my
know, and it's just
Instagram.
the truth. It's it's the truth. I did not know because, like I said, and like you said, they place you in a box in this group, and they showed all the songs that make RDX back then, who RDX was, and all the other stuff just wasn't highlighted. It's just the truth.
You see, the thing about it, is I was a strange reaction. So when you see me breaking you uncomfortable, I did it on purpose. It's a strange reaction. I'm a Pisces.
You taught me something that I didn't know. It's just the
I'm a
truth.
Pisces. I don't take things personal like that. I just
Gemini in the building.
I don't internalize everything like that. You know what I mean? I bounce that off. It's no problem. I just wanted to make
It was good. You just took me out of my comfort zone. You can't lie.
Instagram Live. I wanted to make you uncomfortable. Just see you.
You did.
People keep on forgetting.
Trying to put me in the spot.
People keep on forgetting, right? That when you're a hit maker, when you make hit music, right,
Yes.
you will always be able to make hit music. Once you keep yourself in the game. If you retire, then that's fine. But if you have made hit music, and you will continue to make hit music once you continue to do music. You feel me?
Yes.
And I can show you multiple examples of that. The song that I did called Brand, I use a sample from a rhythm back in your day called Skettel rhythm. You know that rhythm? Think it go
Yeah,
around and hold it tonight. Rinse and start.
I find the world.
Feel something them. All right. So that song, I took a sample from that song, Rinse and Shot in Head, yeah? And I flipped it, put some new instrumentation around it, and drop it. And because that song is a classic in dancehall, immediately it just blow. Because, as I said, Steely and Clevie made the beat originally. I flipped it, styled it, and I did something similar with Shake It Bam Bam. It's the same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So I use a little bit of the old, a little bit of new, flip it a little bit, a little style, and voila, magic. So when you have made hit music, you will always be able to make hit music. I write
True.
songs. I make a lot of the beats. I come up with a lot of the ideas. Well, most of the ideas. So the RDX itself, I have a lot to do with RDX's success from the musical side, from the mentality side, and when you make hit music, you know how to do it. So some people, when them talk, they will say stuff as if they think you cannot do it again until you do it and shut them up.
And shut them up, yes.
Because people don't believe in anything. I have a mantra that says most people don't believe in anything until it works.
True. All right, let me ask you this. The whole entire creative process behind RDX, would you say that it's a 50-50 process, or you more like a 90 to a 10% where maybe you wrote all the songs, you came up with the idea for the videos, for the clips, for the shooting, everything. Who was more of the creative person within the group back then? And we're not trying to bring you back to RDX because now you're a solo artist, of course, but that's where we know you from. So we still gotta pay homage and
So
go
you
back to where
interviewed
we
me
know you.
for saying that you wanted to interview RDX?
No, most definitely not. Most definitely not.
Okay.
I don't think so, really, God.
Cool, thank you. All right, as I said, I'm just messing with you. But what
But I
to answer your
you.
question, to answer your question though, no, it couldn't. RDX is a unit. RDX is two people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it could never be a me alone. I would be crazy to say that. You know what I mean? I would never say that.
Yeah.
In a
Yes.
RDX is a unit, and two people with different personalities, two different people from different backgrounds coming together and doing music
Yeah.
together that makes it music. You call it synergy. I could not say
Yeah.
that I am the only person. I say that I wrote not all of the songs, right? All of the RDX songs, right? And I come up with most of the ideas, and I mix some of the songs them, and I make some of the beats them, but it's never ever,
Are you by
ever. It's always a joint effort between either me and the other member from RDX or the production team that is surrounds us. It was the Apartment 90 production team. It was always that unit that music happened. It is Picante music, it is Black Sheep music, it is, you know what I mean, all its teams that came together to make the magic happen. It was never me alone. You know what I mean? I just write the song because writing the song is just one element. I write the songs, but to make it sound and make it become a hit, and to feed the ideas them that makes a song a hit and the elements them that makes a song a hit, it could never be me alone. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that I have the experience of making hit music. So some people with doubt, well, they have more doubt than before, but now they're real. Oh, I actually knows. He maybe know what he's talking about. But before, they were so doubtful that, oh no, it cannot happen, and it doesn't happen until now. Brand hit the UK top 50, and now they're, oh well, maybe because, you know, as I said, most people don't believe in anything until it works. You know?
until you prove them otherwise. But let me ask you this real quick. What's the best advice have you ever gotten from your hero? Or which advice would you give to an upcoming artist right now? And advice that you got from any artist from you started in the career, are you still using that advice? And what advice would you give to anybody that's coming into the business brand new?
The best, I've got so much great advice from so much great people in this music business. I don't know what is the best, because I think many advice that I've gotten from people have impacted me in so much different ways. I cannot really specify one that I would say is the best. But I can remember quite a few that stick out. One of them is that you'll never stop learning when you're in music. And every time that you go to studio, you learn something. That's something that stuck with me. Also, you know, the one that I just said to you a while ago, that nobody believes in anything until it works. You know, people don't see things until it's surrounded by clout. You know, they don't see it before. So that is something that I learned along the way, and as I said, you know, I got great people telling me, you know, great stuff along my journey. What I would say to young artists rising is the same thing, is to know that you never stop learning. Don't get attached too much to a song, because a song is not a song until it is released. When it becomes live on Spotify and live on Audimac and live on Apple Music, it's not a song. It's just an idea. So 2 seconds before that song is released, you can stop it and fix something if it needs to be fixed.
Yes.
You know, don't get attached to songs like, oh, if this song don't work, I'm gonna die tomorrow. No, if it doesn't work, you go in the studio and you do another one. You do a better one. You learn from your mistakes and you go. You know what I mean? You know, once you have life, you can continue making music if you wish to. You can go into production, you can go into consultation, you can go into artist development, whatever it may be. But you know what I mean? You never stop learning in music. That's something I would like to pass on, because I've been working with a lot of young artists over my time, and new artists as well. And one of the things that I realize, you know, with a lot of artists is that, you know, they think if you're boss before 5 years ago, you're a veteran. And if your boss within 5 years ago, you and them they're on the same level.
Goodness.
So we have a total misinformation campaign going on with a lot of artists because 5 years ago, Vybz Kartel boss before me. All right? Long before. So I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it good. I'm still doing it big.
Yeah.
Right?
Behind bars.
So we have to bear in mind and put things into context. You know what I mean? There goes an artist that I admire a lot. You know, I as an artist, I'm respect because of his work ethic. And if some artists were there road, did have the work ethic, they have put out quality music constantly like that, then you know, so I have to give him kudos, I have to give him respect. You know what I mean? He will go down as one of the greats. So like today we talk about icons, 10 years from now, people will be talking about Vybz Kartel as one of the icons. Hopefully
Definitely.
we'll be talking about Renegade as one of the icons and too.
Of course, never put yourself in the category, excuse me.
100%.
Of course. Most definitely. All right. I got two more questions, and then because I'm not trying to keep up your time, because I know we gotta go. My next question to you would be how have you exceed within the whole entire corona epidemic and lockdown, and especially in Jamaica, there's a whole lot of lockdown going on. How have you surpassed the whole entire lockdown with your career and studio time and touring and all of that? How have you dealt with that?
Well, obviously, you know, the artists make a lot of income from shows. And one show income cut, then are a lot of artists are gonna feel it, including myself. So obviously my income stream is gonna be heavily hit. However, the good thing about it is that I have a catalog of music that the streams don't change. We are streaming almost 6 million per year on Spotify alone, and that hasn't changed. So that's something that we have to be very grateful for, that our music stands up regardless of other artists forwarding in the spotlight. RDX is still one of the top streaming artists out of Jamaica. You know what I mean? So that in itself is an accolade where, you know, I'm very proud of that. You know, we're that's something that I'm very proud of. So that is the first part. Second part is you don't have to be the strongest animal. You have to be the most adaptable to survive. It's not the strongest animal that survives. It's the most adaptable. So once you in the game and you realize that things have changed, then you adapt. I have adapted, fortunately, because I'm able to play music. I'm able to make beats. I'm able to do dubs. I'm able to develop artists. I'm able to produce. I'm able to co-produce with other producers. So with RDX, I was concentrating so much on RDX's work, keeping RDX relevant. When the pandemic hit, then it's a long time I haven't produced some tracks for other people, and you know, so it gave me the opportunity to do that. So I use that time to do that. Plus, it gave me the opportunity to spend time with my family a little bit more. I always be on the road traveling all over the place. I always spend time at home, to be honest. So this gave me the opportunity to spend time with family, chill out, learn some stuff that I didn't know, discover a lot of things too. So you know, as I said, I'm a Pisces. I don't look at things negatively. I try to adjust and adapt to whatever situation I'm put in. And the pandemic, I adapted, and rocky when it just started out, but you know, we float up and things are back on track. As I said, once Black Party dropped, and you know, as I said, the song didn't blow up. You know, the song didn't blow up, but the amount of dub we do for the song there alone, is significant. If that song had blow up, then it would have been a totally different ballgame we're talking about now. But the song didn't blow up the real way. But the reception and the love that it got from people all across the globe, because at that time, even to this time, it was Black Parties. People weren't partying outside, so they started to party on their ends or in their yard or at a poolside or you know, whatever. So it was more small parties instead of this, you know, huge dancehall space that we're used to. And the song became so relevant to the pandemic occasion, which is exactly how I made it, because I look at what was going on and I made the song up. If you look at the video, that's exactly what's in it. You know, it's basically cooking food, all in a vibe on your ends and having a party wherever we are.
Most definitely, man, which I appreciate it. But let me ask you this. This is for the artist Renegade, yeah? Are you prepared for when the person open up back, especially within Europe, of course, are you ready? Are you prepared to give it your all and introduce the new you, the solo you to the world?
Well, let me put it this way. It's been, I just recently learned this. Last week was my 1 year anniversary of being a solo act. So that gave me a moment in time to reflect. Sit in,
Yes.
on a spliff, take a sip of wine, reflect. When we reflect, we realize that in 1 year time of being a solo artist, two things
Yeah.
have become very apparent to me, which I can share with you. The other things are apparent that I cannot share, but two things have become apparent that I can share, which is one of them is I get way more respect than I think I did as a solo artist. You know, going out there as a solo artist, you're feeling out.
You got to prove yourself to the world.
Yeah, I mean it's new. Everybody know me as RDX. You know, I don't have
Yes.
color there anymore. You know what I mean? I dropped some weight. You know what I mean? Change up certain little things about certain things. Have some new people around me, but most of the people around me are still the people that we there before. You know, my real peeps. You know what I mean? So they're there same way. Drop some people who know so never real. I've discovered them now because some people are just around because of the RDX hype. Once the RDX hype is no longer there, then they'll disappear. Those people are good friends. You know what I mean? Because now I know who is who. You know what I mean? So, you know, once I see even brand came out and the video come out and the video clean and crisp and yeah, and people see things are going in like some and then them start running and start sending back message now. Me not look, me didn't read the message. It's like me not on the service. You feel me? Me not see them message there because you know, as I said, this experience, them say in Jamaica, them have a terminology where say, if in a state pan roach, you know inside of it. So some people, a situation like this had to happen for me to really see who was real and who was fake. And quite, quite significantly, that's what I learned so far. Second thing I learned in this scenario, 1 year, is that I need to do more music. You know, I need to increase my production because my fan base has changed. When RDX's fan base is 83% female and 10% male and some unspecified. Renegade's demographic is 51% female, 49% male. Yes, so my demographic is not the same as RDX's. You know, it's different.
Yes. Are you currently signed to any record label, or are you just a solo artist doing your thing?
Say again?
Independent artist. Are you signed to any record label at this point, or are you just an independent artist?
I'm not signed to any record label as yet. I'm not hoping to sign as yet. I just want to build up my catalog some more. I have maybe like 15 songs out as a solo artist. Out of those 15, I would say 5 one, like how me want them for go on. They created impact. In different departments, brand, Black Party created impact. I have a song out now called Thickish. I have a song out with Liquid called Reverse that I dig up the street. Girl, I love that one there.
Yes,
I think I sent you that track. Also I have another song out now with Scott King and Junior Reid. That's a collab that I'm featured and they gave me a 16 and I tore that up. You know what I mean? Nice. So those tracks have really brought a lot of visibility to me, and I'm really grateful and humbled by this. 1 year, I didn't know that at this juncture, I didn't know it would move so fast, to be honest. But what I know is that people want a lot of mine. They want more music from me, so I definitely have to go, and it's now on me. The ball is in my court, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm preparing for this stretch coming in and going into the 2022. I'm just putting a lot of tracks together, so. You know, album, EP, all of them stuff there. That's basically what I'm doing. But I'm trying to get as much singles together as possible. I'm going into another wave now. So this wave that's coming up, I might throw maybe 8-9 songs you'll hear coming out. So it's gonna be crazy moving forward. But as I said, this past week was my first year anniversary. I got a notification, I think from Google, saying that it's 1 year since X, and I look back and I'm like, yo, I'm really pleased with how things have gone. I didn't have people coming at me with like producers coming at me and saying, hey, here's the RDX beat, or it's an RDX flavored song for me. My entire time as a solo artist, I never get that. I always got people coming and saying, hey, here's a beat, do what you want on it. And that was very significant. So as time progressed, you know, remember I have to start from zero. So I had to start from 0 people on YouTube, 0 people on Spotify, 0 people on Audimac, 0 people on my iTunes, all of that.
Everything.
After I put in some work, then they verified me on all these. They verified me on Instagram after the work that I put in. You know, so when you see that you've accomplished, I'm verified on Audiomack, I'm verified on Spotify, I'm verified on Apple Music, I'm verified on Instagram, YouTube. So, you know, when you see all this work that you put in, they know that you're doing. And these things might seem insignificant, but think of it. I am coming from a 90 to 100. And I had to break down to my like 30. And I didn't take a shortcut. I took the hard road. Because I could take a shortcut. I made after this was going to the studio and sing back 10 RDX songs. As why I didn't do that? Why didn't I do that? Because my brave. I didn't depend them shortcuts something. I wanted to establish myself separate and apart from RDX, firstly. But not separating myself from RDX totally. Because I will always do girl songs. Always.
Of course.
I told my artist song them and the girl them that I broke out and I go on with about a wine list. You see me?
It's true, because I mean, at the end of the day, we're going as the girl tune artist and the dance artist. So at the end of the day, like I actually love that you went solo and you're showing the world that. I mean, your voice, like, come on, your voice is always going to be recognizable, whether you're a solo artist or you're still doing the whole entire RDX thing. So once you put out that hit factor song, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong because people don't always know your voice. And we're not putting on other artists or we're not taking nothing from that artist, but let's be honest, your voice was RDX. Sorry, that's me. That's my opinion.
But I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say that because, as I said, RDX is a synergy. What I would say is my experience that I've gathered has served me significantly because as RDX, I toured Africa, I toured Canada, I toured US, I toured Europe, I wouldn't call it a tour, I would call it a mini tour in the UK. And plus, you know, we go out in the Indian Ocean to places like Mayotte and we go to Seychelles and Madagascar and, you know, these places that a lot of dance artists don't go. So those experiences teach me about people. And I use that experience now to say, yeah, well, since we go all over the place, we can use that, be a part of who I am, because it is a part of who I am. You know, I experience it. You know, I have traveled 3 days to go to a country, stay there half a day, then leave and travel 3 days to come back on my yard. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, my point is this. We're talking about your iconic voice. Mm-hmm. The voice that we recognize and the voice that we're used to. And take RDX out of the whole entire equation. Like, you can't change your voice. You're solo, but listen to Tikish, Brand, all of that. We gonna know who you are regardless because we are used to your voice. And again,
thank you, I appreciate
who you are. It is what it is. Because today I'm listening to the songs that you sent me, and of course, I went on YouTube and I was listening to the old tracks, and like your voice, it just didn't change. You went solo and you're doing your own thing, but your voice is what makes you who you are. Renegade,
thank you, I appreciate it.
RDX, your
you
voice.
Know, I said a statement here one time in an interview, and somebody slated me for it. They said, as I said, when all boils down, you will know what is going on. Because I consider myself one of the better DJs in the game. But when you're in a group, you cannot see that. You know, it's just how it is. And you know that. You know, you're a smart person. You're going to, you'll be a part of a group. You know, say, people will see you as a group, as a unit. They won't see you individually. But a lot of people are saying what you're saying. But I don't agree with it wholeheartedly because I think what makes a group successful is the synergy that they have created. Even if a man, they're on one part and not one little something, I think that makes the group tick. But my vocals that you're referring to, there are parts of my vocals that I haven't explored as yet. I'm now just exploring them. I'm doing tracks now that when these songs release, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because originally I wanted to delay the interview until one of the songs dropped, but I'll hit you. I didn't want to delay it, right? This song was. I'm doing some tracks now. When you hear those tracks, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. I'm doing some things which are, in addition to what I did before, like the Wired and those songs. I'm doing some stuff now, which is a deeper side of myself that I can express things that I wasn't able to do even since I become a solo artist, because I was at that spot. Now I can empathize and I can go into a spot and I can understand. I sit with some different kind of people. I have a different conversation with those people, and then I can see what they're saying. Because as an artist, you're a journalist. You take what is said, what you glean in a specific environment, and you broadcast that out to the world. So hopefully these songs will come out and they will have the impact that I know they will have. I'm very confident in these productions that I'm coming out with. So people can just open up their ears, listen out for some Renegade. I'm available on Spotify. You can go and check it out. I can guarantee you will not hear a garbage track over there. Everything I find. So.
All right. My last question to you would be this. Yeah. Again, as a solo artist, Renegade, what's next? What can we expect from you? As you just explained that you have a whole lot of works in the pipeline going on, and we can expect a whole lot from you. Give us a little bit of hint. What's going on? What can we expect from you?
This is how it is. I am a specialist, right? I see that I don't do things wild. It's not a wild man. I'm a 99.9% of the time I'm very calm, I'm very jovial, I'm cool, I'm easygoing. I'm a pretty serious person, but you know, I'm cool. I don't take things seriously. If you get what I'm saying to you. So, you know, I explore as a musician and as an artist, it gives me the ability to explore different colors of the spectrum. Black, the pink, the orange, the white, you know, different colors, different moods, tones, stuff that other people don't have the opportunity or the desire to. Yeah. I love to do that. I love to sit with people, converse with them, hear what they must say, try to tell them story. What is going on now and what is moving forward now is that a fire emoji is going to be happening within the next, let's say, a month. It's going to be a fire emoji. And
nice.
I'm just going to unleash, because what happened, you know, is that when I did Brand, I couldn't do Brand when I just came out. Brand is a big song. I couldn't do a big song when I just came out. I had to establish myself first. I had to make people want to listen to me. Once I got them to want to listen to me, once I got my own fans, once I got some of the RDX fans who rate me as an artist and want to come listen to Renegade, differently from RDX. I have people who are RDX fan who don't want to hear Renegade. I have people who are Renegade fan who don't want to hear RDX. Because they're not in the bag of breakout thing. They want to hear some serious music. So you have different people. And me not have no problem with that, because that is how music is. I say music is personal. Regardless of how happy a person is, there are moments when they're dark. Regardless of how dark a person is, there's moments when they're happy. I always say, this is another advice that someone told me. They say everybody is the same. What is the difference is some people have more of one thing than the other. So everybody have hate, everybody have love. Some just have more hate than others, and some have more love than others. So, you know, when you look at things from a philosophical level like that, you look at it as maybe we can go in a studio, sit in, have conversations, and tell some stories that I couldn't have told before. And that's the wave that I'm going on now. But everything is gonna be fire. Because for the ladies, them it's gonna be fire. For the warrior, them it's gonna be fire. For the more culturally connected or aware people, it's gonna be fire. Because I have some culturally aware music that's gonna come out. I have some girl songs where I can make the girl them fly off of some building top and go in a bag of wines. Where I can make the stouchest, most beautiful pet bougie girl broke out and turn ratchet. I have songs to make the warrior them fire blank in the ear and enjoy themselves same way. So what I'm doing now is, because I've discovered what kind of music people like from me because of Brand. Brand is like my first big song. Then I realized that no, I can do more big songs, but also I can do some grimy thing for the streets. Also, I can do some girl songs. You know, the door opened up now. This is the next wave that I'm going through now. You know what I mean? Our song called New Breed. So then I realized that no, I can do more big songs, but also I can do some grimy thing for the streets. Also, I can do some girl songs. You know, the door opened. This is the next wave that I'm going through.
It's messing with that. Sorry about that. My girlfriend had turned up her volume, so it kind of messes with
You know, like you have feedback.
with our volume. I'm sorry about that. Because I call her come in and bump down my volume, so she was trying to help me by turning up hers, but it was actually messing with the actual interview. She meant well. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, we actually you executed the interview. You also put me on the spot for stuff that I did not know. And I appreciate it because it also taught me to be a little bit more, to do a little bit more research on and the individual artists, of course, and what they're done in the past as much as in the future, of course. And I'm happy for that. I must say, some people would have felt sometimes way I don't. It taught me a lot. This interview taught me a lot. It taught me to go a little bit deeper within my research, of course. Because I mean, I did your bio that was sent to me, but I also did a whole entire research because who don't know RDX? Let's be honest. So from there, I did research, and then as a solo artist, Renegade, I also did my research with everything that you're doing that's out on the net. And there's certain things I didn't know, and you kind of scolded me in that one. Again, hey, kudos to you.
I didn't mean to make you feel embarrassed, but I did mean to make you uncomfortable. I wanted to make you uncomfortable. I wanted to see your reaction. So I did that on purpose. So I'm happy that you didn't take it okay?
I must say, again, I just want to say,
yeah.
Thank you for being on this platform, NetJam 2021. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me well because there was a call coming in and bumping up my volume. I'm hearing you, but you're really low. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me as loud as it was before, but if you're not, I'm sorry about that. I just want to say thank you for being on this platform. It was a pleasure having you here. As you know, it was like a whole entire back and forth messaging for weeks.
My system, they're up and down, man. So I'm kind of do a bag of little something. So that's why the delay. But everything is up, man. Everything is up. So at least we got it done finally. And as I said, it was a great interview. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure being here. And
it's a pleasure. Yeah, it's my pleasure.
I'm just running out to see if I can go mash up that little show, yeah. So
definitely
big up on yourself. Thanks for everybody that joined in on the live. NetJam, big up yourself. But we'll talk, you know what I mean? And I'll stay in communication with you and anything that pops up.
Most definitely. Anything new you have going on, you know, you can always send me a WhatsApp or drop it in my DM. I will definitely promote it on NetJam 2021. And in the future, we definitely going to do more interviews. For now, I just want to say thank you very much for being on this platform. Bless up yourself. Murder the show that you have in a minute. Kill it. Put it to see, put it around.
When it comes to show,
and bless up yourself, man.
So thanks a lot, and big up everybody in the live, big up everybody in the chat, big up all on yourself. I see my cousin down there, and she was my cousin was down there, sweet like sugar. Yeah, that's my family. so big up sweet like sugar, and as I said, big up yourself, my friend. And they don't know, big up all the Netherlands crew. Big up all my family over there, so I have to big up the Netherlands crew. I have to big up my bro them in a Belgium. Big up Danny. That's my dude over there, you know what I mean? That's my bro right there, you know what I mean? He's in Netherlands as well.
You mean Danny, the white Rasta dude?
Huh?
Danny, the white Rasta dude? There's like a Rasta, it's like white?
He's not Rasta, but he's white.
Okay, no problem. But again, bless up yourself, enjoy the rest of your weekend, be safe, do your thing, do your show, kill it, murder it, show them that you are who you are, because you are the voice.
Yeah, and man, again, once I run up and say pull up at the black party, with a quarter and a Glock 40, everything done, my friend. Big up on yourself. Ciao.
Blessings, man. Thank you guys for being on this live. Blessed upon yourself and good night, guys. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much. Good night, guys.